side control to the mount, I've got two things that are going to cause me problems. One is going to be this inside arm here, this elbow, and the other is going to be this leg. Okay, because if I want to try and move across and get across the mount here, okay, these are the things that are going to obstruct my path. So whatever I'm going to do, if I want to move into the mount position, I have to deal with this and I have to deal with this. I'm going to start off just a standard side control, but I need to put a lot of shoulder pressure on. So I'm going to put my fingers into the armpit here, and I'm going to drop my shoulder into Yang's head here. And Roger will move very far forward with his head, but if I do that, I'll tend to get bridged over and lose position. Okay. So I tend to try and apply the shoulder pressure mostly with my shoulder here, as opposed to my whole body kind of driving. Now his elbow's digging in hard here. Yang's one of the hardest people to do this technique on, actually, because he's so good at keeping that elbow tight. I've demoed this on him a number of times over the years. Now, next I'm going to step up with this leg here. Okay, you see it, and I'm starting to turn my body, and I'm starting to lean my weight on his jaw, and I'm going to start to just walk around. And what I'm trying to do is move his hips in that direction. Can you see? So I'm trying to get his legs to face away from me, so his knees are pointing that way. If he puts the hammer and nail in here, okay, this actually kind of makes it a little bit easier because I can start to weave through already. But if if he's just got his feet on the floor, I'm going to step up, walk, walk, walk. Once I get to here, this hand's going to weave through. I'm going to take a grip on the front of his knee. Now his elbow's behind me now, okay? So I should be able to catch the tip of his elbow with my hips and start to reverse out. And then I've collected his arm, and his arm is trapped underneath my armpit here, okay? So just put it back into position here. Once I've got to this position, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my knee just on the side of his ribs here, just below his ribs and on the fleshy part of his belly. Now I've got rid of all the problems and obstructions on this side. The last thing is this arm, okay? Because he's going to be pushing on this or whatever here. So I'm going to come underneath his arm here. If he try his best to sort of pin me here and stop me from doing this, I'm going to spider walk my fingers this way. I don't know why this works so well, but it really works very effectively. If Yang tries to stop me, I move. And once his elbow comes above his shoulder, it's very difficult to stop. Now the last problem I've got on his legs. If I just move through here, I'll get caught in the half guard, and I've just given him one last thing that he can do. So just release a second here. So when I move this leg over, I'm going to try and aim my foot all the way over there, so it's well away from him. And I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to land a really nice high mount here. Yeah, you see that? There's a lot of steps, but it's very efficient, very effective. So I'm here. Shoulder pressure. Okay, turn, start to walk. Walk, walk. Weave. Grab the front of the leg here. My hip should be able to catch his arm now. I can reverse in, square back up, and his arm is now caught on this side of me. Okay, from here, knee comes up, all right? At this point, my back leg is already starting to think about moving in tight as well, so I get a nice mount on both sides. Just gotta clear this arm. Sometimes you can just lift it, okay? But I like to do this. And now this foot needs to move as far away from those legs as possible over there. Bring it in. And I land in a really, really nice secure high mount position here. I've actually got his arms above my hips. It's an excellent way to mount, yeah? I'll show it one last time. Shoulder pressure on. Start to look that way. Walk. Weave. Reverse. Knee up. Okay, my head can come all the way down here if I need to. Move this up. Bring this out. And come up into the mount position. Just a lot of steps. If you went to beginner's class last night, I taught a very, very basic, simple way of transition to the mount that is a lot riskier than this. It's less effective. There's obviously a lot more going on with this. Does anyone want to see it again? You want to see it one more time? That's it again, yeah. Yeah, okay. Walk around, weave, reverse, knee up, clear the arm, into the mount. Yeah? Give it a go.